wore this dress recently and I got a few people asking for a tutorial on how I made it. So the first thing you need 3 yards fabric to make this style. And the second thing you need a quilling to make this style. So let's get started. Alright, so this is the shirt we're going to be recreating. This is the shirt we're going to be recreating, and I'm going to show you the measurements you'll be needing to create this shirt. Don't forget, you also need a quilling and 3 yards fabric to create this shirt. The using for this shirt is length 25. The back measurement is going to be 30 inches. The bust measurement is going to be 40 inches. The waist measurement is going to be 34 inches. And the half length measurement is going to be 17 inches. This 17 inches includes the band. And our band is going to take 2 inches. So that's going to be 15 plus 2. Alright. The first thing you need to do is to fold your fabric into 2 like this. 1, 2. You fold it into 2. And our half length measurement is 17 inches. Well, it's going to have a band, 2 inches band. So that means we're going to cut 15 inches from this fabric now. But we're not going to cut 15 inches directly. You have to add at least 1 inch. You have to add at least 1 inch allowance to it. So you're going to fold into 2 like this, like I showed you, and like this. So you're going to have at least 16 inches here. The length is 25 minus 17 inches. These are half length measurement, 17 inches. We're going to have 8 inches for the peplum. So now we need 16 inches here. 15. The actual measurement we need is 15 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. That's 16. We're still going to have 2 inches band. I hope you understand. So you're going to fold your fabric into 2 like this. So we have 16 inches here. Then you cut it out. You're going to cut this one into 2 again. Can you see? Having done that, we're going to shift this back. This is the front, and this is going to be the back. I'm going to shift this a bit like this. At least we need 2 inches allowance here, because it's going to have it's actually going to have buttons at the front, so we need at least 2 inches allowance here. That's going to be for the button. So you measure 2 inch aside for the button. So you see, we have some remainders here. You can as well trim this out so you don't get confused. Okay. You can slash open this front part here. You just open it up. So this is going to be our front. This is the front with the buttons, and this is going to be the back here, like so. So this is the front, and this is the back. And our back measurement is 30 inches. Let's see what we have here. So we have 27 inches here. So that means we're going to use 4 inches. Because, you know, by the time we sew this one, we're going to fall back to at least 26 inches. That means we're going to use 4 inches for our curve. Then on this shoulder edge here, we're going to come down by 1 inch here. So you slash this point here to this 1 inch, like this. Understand? Then for the body here, we use 10 inches for the wideness, because it's going to have gathers. Then for our busts, like I said, we're going to add 4 or 5 inches allowance for the bust measurement. The bust we'll be using is 40 plus 4 inches, that's 44 inches. 44. Then you connect this point here like this. So now we have the front and back. For the back, it's going to be a turtle neck. For the back, you come down by 1 inch. 3 inch here, 1 inch here. You connect. And for the front, you come down by 3 inches. So this is for the front. This is for the front, and this is the back. So you keep this one aside now. We're going to cut at least 2.5 inches for our band. 2.5 inches for this is for the band. So I'm going to be using at least 2.5 inches for the band. You slash again into 2. Okay, so we said for the gathers, we need 8 inches for the gathers. I'm going to be cutting like this all through so that the fabric will be enough for me. You understand? So this is how I'm going to be cutting. I'm not going to unfold this. This is how I'm going to be cutting it all through so that the fabric will be enough. Gathers, we need 8 inches plus 2 inches folding allowance. So that's 10 inches. So we're cutting straight, not peplum. So let's say, let me use 11 inch. So we're cutting 2 of these, one for the front and one for the back. The initial measurement we need for this one is 8 inches plus we added 2 inches for the bending allowance because we have to bend the filonin inside. So you cut this one into 2. One is going to be for the front and one for the back. So this is for the gathers. This is for the down parts. You keep this as here for this 2-step here. For the 2-step here, I'm going to be using 6 inches for the upper one and the down part. I'm going to be using 5 inches. Then you're going to cut double because you have to use it to turn each other. You understand? So you're going to cut this one in double. We're going to have 6 inches for the upper one, and the for the lower one is going to be 5 inches. It's just 1 inch difference. This one is going to be 6 inches. Plus 10 allowance can make it 7 inches. So this is where I'm going to be putting the coloning. Now folding it into 2 like this. The coloning is going to come up here. Then we give it that place like this. So let's cut the second step because you know it's 2 steps. So this is the upper one. This is how many inches is we use. So we use 7 inches. For this one, we're going to cut 6 or 5.5 inches. Upper gathers like this. I see. So it's just going to have quilloning on the upper parts here. We put this aside. This is 5 because it's going to be overlap. It's going to be for the curve here.